I don't like that. This is harder than I thought. Ugh. Alright. Ooh. Fuck. Okay. I'm so nervous. Hello, mother flower. Oh, wait. Why? Hello, mother flowers. Welcome back. Today I'm here to talk about, as you can see in the title, imagine like the title's nowhere near here, but it's okay. The danger of pride. I used to talk about this all the time, and I've had many examples from middle school, high school, college, and specifically now I'm seeing kind of like a disappointment in society with pride in this pandemic of a coronavirus that's happening, as I'm sure you've heard. But pride is dangerous, and it's good to take some pride in things, but I've seen pride take over people, one, without them even knowing, and that is kind of sick. And then two, the fact that they know but not willing to adjust or change based on situations makes me sick. So the reason I brought it up is with COVID-19 happening, a lot of people are losing jobs or getting laid off temporarily or having to spend more money on extra supplies that they didn't need. Anyway, I've solidified even more that people are sick and that maybe I'm just different, and I've never really been prideful. And I'm always willing to like show that I go through the dirt to get where I'm at. So the reason I brought it up is I know two people specifically that made me like, I need to talk about this. You know, they lost their job, and I was offering services that I was thinking about. Like at this time, all grocery stores are hiring. Like they need a lot of people. There's Instacart, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, Shipped, because they're in high demand right now just because of the situations that are happening. Like, yeah, they need CNAs, yeah, they need nurses, but you can't fucking just apply and get the job. And you need to have a passion to please have those jobs. Please do not go in those fields if you do not have a passion, because you're sick and you're making the world a worse place. So I've offered those services, and I've just gotten responses like, I'm not going to do that, or no, I don't want to do groceries, or no, I don't want to go on Uber Eats, and I was just like, you have no job. So pride is crazy, and I don't want to talk about it with just a gender. I think I see it a lot in the male community and what it affects and impacts, and how it affects like how far men succeed. I feel like women are willing to go through the dirt, just from in my surroundings, not in general, because of course somebody's gonna be like, women don't be wanting. No, because I know a couple of prideful women that I can think about off the bat, that have just disappointed me, like in what they say and stuff. So for instance, when we were growing up, I remember this boy. He really wanted to like grow and like, oh, I have goals, and so I was like, what are you gonna do? He didn't have a car or a job, so he was applying, and there was this job that was perfect. He just had to take a bus. It had 2 stops, and it was the easiest way to get to work, because like a bus with only 2 stops to get to work is actually like a blessing over here. And he would have had to like, maybe it'll be like an extra hour you wake up to go, and he's like, what the fuck do I look like on a bus? A nigga with no car. You save so much money. You can make money to get a car, and then you will be able to get to work. So like, because he had to take the bus, and he's like, I'm not applying to that job. Like, no, I need a car first or whatever. And he saw it as like I disrespected him because I said he should take the bus to get to work, to have a job, to make money, to get a car, and then proceed on in life. So it's like those things that I see that I'm like, that's concerning, because it's your pride getting to you. He's like, nah, I'm not no nigga on a bus, da da da. Like, you have to understand that nobody is ever on top. Somebody's always going to be above someone, and somebody's always going to be below someone. You're always going to be the middleman. And I'm sorry to break it to you. You're never going to be a winner, and you're never going to be a loser. And you're always going to be both. That's the blessing in life. So, I was really shook. I was really shook when I heard that. And then now with this pandemic, there's 2 adults that I know, specifically men, that are like, they have families, but they're not applying to just anywhere. Oh, I'm not just going to work anywhere. You better. Now, I understand there's a thing of knowing your worth, but there's a thing of understanding the situation. Because, like, I know one time my cousin turned down a job because she said, no, I'm worth more than that. Like, I have this degree, this experience. Like, they're not going to, like, dog me and pay that. And she kept looking. But if it came down to it, I told her, like, no, that's the job you need to take if there's nothing else available. But she definitely understood, and she was blessed with a better job. But I just feel like I wanted to send out a message to put things in perspective for you. And that's why I said you're never going to be a winner, you're never going to be a loser, and you're always going to be both. I actually just came up with that, and I'm going to copyright it because that's pretty dope. Like, if you have deep thinking, like I slayed just now. So, it's not, I feel like society and the transition of technology, we've been quick to, like, always judge where somebody is or whatever. And when you go to the grocery store, you see all ages of cashiers. But, like, I've heard people kind of like, wow, I can't imagine, like, being 40 working there. Like, who are you to say? Like, or I can never go to McDonald's, or, like, I mean, work at McDonald's. But it's, like, it's crazy because there's these CEOs of companies that go to their 6 a.m. job, and they're so prestige. But they have to go to McDonald's every day and get a breakfast meal and a hot coffee that is served by the people at McDonald's because you can't do it yourself. Do you understand that? Like, for you to be so prideful to, like, down a way to better yourself, to go to temporarily where you don't want to be at, and then down other people because they're serving you, it makes me sick. So, you know, another piece of advice I want to give is during this time, please, 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 when you go to these takeout restaurants and go to the grocery store, say these words: thank you for working. Because I've been saying that, and the faces that I'm getting from these workers disgust me. They're in shock. They're, like, in disbelief. They're so touched. They're, like, near the verge of tears. Like, people aren't telling you thank you. Like, these people are out here working to serve you because of what's happening. Because their job is needed for us to keep going. So, if you feel like you're too good to work at those places right now when you're jobless, think about it. Your job laid you off, meaning your job is really not all that. Your job isn't really needed. You're not really doing nothing for nobody, so they laid you off. You know what I'm saying? It's just really worrisome. It's really worrisome because, again, it could be who I am, but I've never been prideful to be on a bus. I've been on a bus. I've been on a train. I've taken Ubers. Like, I think because Uber came out, but, like, Uber be racking up money. If I can get a $2 bus card, yeah, I'd rather do that. I've never been prideful to do that. I've never been prideful to walk. I have a plaza, like, up the street, and I have another plaza, like, 3/4 of a mile. And even my mom, like, she'll be like, you have a car, why are you walking? And I'm like, because I can. Because thank you, God, that I have 2 legs that work. That you can. People have to walk. This is where we're at. And it's like, I don't know if growing up north creates a different mentality. But we used to walk everywhere. Or, like, I would be like, oh, just walk there. And my friends would be like, it's just sad. And I feel like in this time you cannot judge a position or a job just because of, like, who you are and your work, because you're really not shit. This is what this video is for, to tell you that you're not shit and you're never gonna be shit. Stop taking pride in what you already own, thinking you're better than other people. That has made me sick. Like, we have social media now, so it's easier to brag, like, to say you've been to these places, or, oh, I pay my own car bill, or I have a house, I bought a house, I pay a mortgage. Like, I'm focused on other things. You're really not. It's really not that serious. And it was your decision. And And pride is dangerous because it puts you in a worse place, because pride comes from decisions you make and how you want to react to it. Because now Joey is looking at Sarah and her house, and he's like, damn, maybe I should have a house. You really, there's no need. If your parents aren't kicking you out, you should be at home. Yeah, okay. If you're 30, you need a, yeah, you want. My camera died, sorry. But I think what's hurting me, especially like if you have a family to provide for, you have no say in how you can provide, you know? And it's just, there's so many opportunities, especially now. You can't judge somebody because of a hustle. And even if you didn't lose your job and you're still working, like I was working and I still do side hustles. And people be like, oh, Janice always want, like, I'm literally always going to be me. I'm always going to coupon. I'm always going to find deals. I'm always going to find discounts. I'm going to do Uber Eats. I'm going to like tutor. I'm going to like help somebody, like whatever I can do. Because one, people need services, but two, what is wrong with making more money? Or what is wrong with bringing money in? And I just feel like if you want to look cute in a certain image, you don't. Competent, you look ignorant, you look incapable, you look lazy. So if you don't want to grind, or no, I'm a grind, I'm ambitious, but I do it in other ways because you're too good for things, you're really just not shit. You're not versatile. You're incapable. I sound negative, and I know, and I have actual friends who act like this, who have told me that they're better. And I'm just like, you know, you don't have the right to say. As long as you don't disrespect people for their positions, I think, like, okay. But give yourself a time limit to estimate your worth. If you have a family to feed and you don't find a job for a year because your worth shows more, sign the fuck up to work at the market. You can sign up and work at the market for 2 months and then say, hey, I found a real job, and quit. It's okay to transition because it has nothing to do with what you're worth or capable of. It has to do how the economy is and how the government will want to run you. And I hate to be this person, but if you're not a white man, I live in America, bitch. We have to find a way. And we have to start figuring out how we're going to support each other to grow. Support these businesses people are creating. Stop like knocking people down or making fun of people because they have a hustle or they have a way to, you know, bring income in. And it's just like, you want to be prideful and not set yourself up to be a better person. You're setting yourself short. And if you want to knock other people down because you're prideful and better because they're trying to make themselves a better person, then you're really not shit. You're not even adding to the equation. You should be actually just out. You should honestly, bye. Where am I gonna go? Leave. Where am I gonna go? The roaches. Go with the roaches. No, because the roaches work harder than you. Do you know how hard a roach works? Forget it, because they're not even gonna claim you. I don't even know who you can go with, because everything works hard except you. Pride does worse. How do I put this in English? Pride does more bad than good. So you can take pride in things that you do and, you know, be proud of yourself. But pride, I'm telling you, it's a sick thing. And if you use your pride to compare to others, I'm actually disappointed in what I've seen. I've seen a lot of good during this pandemic, but I've seen a lot of bad. But I've always witnessed pride growing up. And I've never understood how someone can be prideful. It could be how I am. I'm willing to show anything. And I learned that when you don't care, nobody can bring you down. Because my ass will be on Uber Eats and see somebody that I know and they're like, oh, like, you do this? And it's like, yeah, and I have a job. Like, this is just what I do. Or they see me in the streets picking up trash or taking out a coupon, and some people get embarrassed, and I'm like, I'm saving money. Like, I don't understand how you can make fun of somebody for putting more money in their pocket. So you need to change your mentality. And I think high pride comes from a lot of insecurities. And I hate to dog you, but that's exactly what it is. And it's like, no, it comes because I'm actually really confident. I know what I do. No, you don't even know as forward as you're going in life. You don't know when you're going to hit backward. And that shit could happen at 60. And your life could literally 180. And you're going to end up in the gutter. And I'm telling you, you really don't know. So I feel like nobody has the ability to accommodate in situations or just put themselves in a place and like, English is not my first language, obviously. They're not able, we're gonna have to come back to that. You're not able to just adjust to what's happening in your life, and it says a lot. So I already did like the post argument that, is this recording? Oh, it is. Wow. That someone would say to me. So you can come to me and tell me I'm wrong, and I'm pretty stubborn, so I'm gonna just tell you I'm right. But yeah, you have to know that you're gonna hit a low at some point, and I can't emphasize enough that you're better than somebody out there, and somebody is still better than you. So you're really not gonna ever win. That's why your battle has to be within yourself. So please, please, please know that no one gives up. No one cares if you're working anywhere, because you casually go to the store and buy things, and go to these fast food restaurants and buy things, or even fancy restaurants and buy things, and forget that they're workers. You just be like, they're working there. But those are people who have a job, whether they actually want to be there and they love it, because people do enjoy those jobs. Please do not say that people work there because they have to. People do actually enjoy those industries and enjoy serving. You sound ignorant when you say that anyway. But then there's people who also have to be there and they're serving you. So please know that these are fields that are needed. And the reason I use them is because these are jobs that you can just apply to. You don't have to go and get schooling and get a degree. But like, if you are in need of something, you need to find a way. And a big example I used to use, like, you know how many hustles boys could have did in high school? I used to tell them, learn how to cut hair. Go around rich neighborhoods, or even your own neighborhood, and just ask, can I mow your lawn? What I look like being out there in the... Nigga, you know how to mow the lawn, so go mow it. And do nails. You can just find your hobby or expertise, and you can make money for it. Or even not a hobby or expertise, but just do it. Ask to babysit, mow a lawn, clean somebody's house. Do you know how much they pay people to clean their house because people are dirty? Like, come on. There's services out there, and if you're just too prideful to go on and ask and seem like you're in need, then I don't know what to tell you, because I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Actually, no, I love giving people bad news. Everybody needs somebody. I don't need nobody. Shut up. We all rely on somebody out there. And if you don't want to admit that, if you want me to go further, I can go further. You hop on the plane because you travel so much. Guess who's getting you there? A pilot you've never met. A lot of the times you don't even see. And you trust that mother flower to go and take you in the sky many miles. Because you need them. Because you can't get there. Or I can get there because I can afford it. Only for somebody to provide you the service for you to get there. You already lost. You lost the argument. You own a rich house. You own a rich home. Who's cleaning it? Who's mowing your lawn? And a lot of people think just because you can afford to get the services means you're on top. But no, it just means you're not able to do the service. That's all it means. And I know that. And that's why you have to be kind to others, and willing to sacrifice, and willing to go hard for yourself. Like, and for you to just be in a box of opportunity scares me. Please go and get those jobs. If you are jobless, there is no excuse. There are a lot of side hustles. And yes, sometimes you have to, do the balance of my worth versus what I need. But if you're around my age, I know, like, and you have bigger bills, $10 an hour is not a lot. But if you haven't gotten a job in 3 months and you pay rent or a car payment, you need to take the little $10 real quick for a little bit until the $18 an hour, 14, whatever comes around. I think I just spit, but that's okay. It shows how passionate I am. So it's like this message could have been done in 30 seconds, and I could have just said the words, don't be dumb, don't be slow. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Ooh, don't be slow. Don't be stupid. But like, I had to break it down because people really don't understand. Take the bus. Ride your bike. Walk to a location. Save gas. Please, please, please understand there's a process to all growth. If you feel like things are just going to come to you, or you're too good to be in certain positions, you're not going to go far. Pride is dangerous, and I cannot emphasize it enough. Stop dogging people who are trying to make it to where they need to get, because you got to go through the dirt. Like, do you think plants just exist? They're built in dirt. You want to be professional? You want to be like cookie cutter? They're built in soil. Soil is dirt that's soiling. It's sitting, resting. People use actual cow caca to help plants grow better. So we need caca. We need shitty times to grow. That's just how, unfortunately, it happens. Plants do not just exist. If you can't get through the soil and what are gardening words and scoop. If you can't do that, your little flower mama, there's plants who grow through concrete, and that's a bitch. So I can't put it in better terms. Do what you have to do, and especially if you have a family or people relying on you, you make me sick. Because you honestly don't care. You're not trying hard enough. There should never be an excuse. There are so many opportunities out here, and I know, like, I don't want to be the one to be like, there should be no excuse you don't have a job. Not just a job, because it's hard to get a job. You can't just be on Indeed all day. Indeed, if you're listening, you need to work on this. But there's hustles. There's ways to get money. There's so many ways to get money. So many things to sell things. Stop trying to be on top. Sell your fucking iPhone 11. You have the 11 and you can't afford it. I'm over you. Your cars. Think about the cars you're investing in. Like, I can go on and on. But please be proud of where you are right now also. I'm not telling you to, say like, damn, I need to always do better. You're always going to want to have better for yourself. Be proud of how far you came. But I'm just all about the process. You can't dog yourself or anybody else, because the process is never easy. That's the fun part. So, don't be prideful. Work on yourself and look at yourself in the mirror, because the reason that you're probably not where you want to be in the top dog is because you're not willing to be versatile and be at a low. Allow yourself to see the low and how to accommodate and become a better person. Because when they be like, it's not what you know, it's not who you know, this whole world works around people. We are social beings. And if you haven't accepted that, I hate to be the one to tell you, but you're dumb. If you haven't accepted that we rely on each other and we're social and everything we do is a cycle of life, you have a lot to figure out, and you're actually very behind. For real, do better. And, always feel blessed, like if your parents had brought you to a place where you don't have to know struggles, but don't think they don't exist and that your life will never have any type of struggle, because that's scary. You got to work on that. Let me just talk to your parents. You guys kind of just represent that they did a bad job. And that's why my parents were on me so much. Because they didn't give a damn about me. They were like, you represent me. That's what my parents used to say. You cannot be going around these streets acting dumb. Because they're going to be like, who's your mommy and daddy? Okay? So always remember that. And be kind to others. Take care of yourself. And remember, pride is dangerous.